When I say Pyro melee, there's probably only one thing that comes to your mind. Powerjack. It's got faster move speed, health back and kill. It's nearly a direct upgrade. So why would you even think about using anything else? Well, I'm here to tell you, there's an option as good, and I think even better than the Powerjack. You saw the thumbnail, you know what it is. The back scratcher. Released in 2010, along with medieval mode, the back scratcher is one main draw, and that's the extra health you can get from health packs. With the back scratcher equipped, you can get 50% extra health from any pack, including lunchbox items like the heavy sandwich. What this really means is that a small pack can get you 52 health, and a medium pack can get you 132. This leads to a Pyro, who can single-handedly control an entire flank, on either offense or defense. This boost can be really important for a Pyro with no medic on their team, which really ties into the only drawback of this weapon. With the back scratcher equipped, the Pyro gets 75% slower healing from dispensers, payload carts, and most importantly, medics. Your heal rate for medics slows to a crawl, and makes it really inefficient for them to pay any attention to you. You can see the actual heal rate in this graph done by people who really understand the game. You might think this, but in some ways, this can be counted as an upside, because what it doesn't say in the weapon stat page is that even though the medic heals slower, their Uber still builds at the exact same rate. In case you didn't know, a medic builds Uber faster on a patient that isn't being overhealed, so with the back scratcher equipped, the medic can farm Uber much faster. Although this is a pretty niche use of the weapon, it can be really helpful for a medic trying to farm Uber. As well as that, this downside completely ignores healing done by Crusader's crossbow, which is going to be used by any medic who knows anything about the game. The second upside of this weapon is increased damage. This stat makes you much stronger, being able to 2-hit medics and 1-hit most classes with a crit. But what I feel is the primary use of this stat is in medieval mode, and I have a feeling that was Valve's intention, adding these two things in the same update, because this weapon is a beast on the group keep. You can run around and smack the shit out of everybody. Unfortunately though, no one other than Weeb Spies, Demo Knights or Huntsman Snipers ever play medieval mode, and in regular TF2, this upside doesn't do that much. For a class that was designed to all around close range combat, a melee buff doesn't help out. The only use I can ever really find for this is doing an off-brand flare combo, which is much easier and much less flashy than a regular one. But this weapon also allows you to use one of my favourite weapons in the game, one that you probably haven't used since 2017, the jetpack. Using these two weapons together is some of the most fun I've ever had playing Pyro. And that's saying a lot, because I usually hate Pyro. Sure, it's impractical, yeah it's inefficient, but oh my god, it's so fun to pull off. The extra damage stat just isn't useful playing normal Pyro, but it sure is funny. This stat seems like it's encouraging you to be a flank Pyro, but if you're a flank Pyro, why not just use the Powerjack? It gives you faster speed to navigate, and you can still get the extra health even if it's harder to get. It seems like every upside of this weapon can be countered by just saying, what about the Powerjack? It overpowers the back scratcher in almost every scenario. It makes you better pocket Pyro thanks to the full heal rate and being able to match your medic's speed. It makes you better flank Pyro because, well, faster move speed lets you move around flanks easier. So what can it do better? Well, nothing. No, I'm not joking. In a fully practical sense, it's just worse than the Powerjack. But when has TF2 ever been about playing in the most practical sense? Personally, I like to use the back scratcher in this kind of roamer Pyro playstyle. Just running around the map, killing anyone you come across. This kind of playstyle is only really possible on Capture the Flag or King of the Hill maps. It's the definition of playing casually, not caring about the objective or how efficient you're being, but more just having fun. My favourite loadout with this weapon uses the stock flamethrower, because I've had so much fun blasting people into the air and finishing them off with the melee. And although I really enjoyed using jetpack with the back scratcher, I think the best secondary to use is the detonator. Using death jumps to their full potential makes you a real threat. So what's your thoughts on the weapon? Think it's good? Think it's bad? And think this was a horrible video? Be sure to leave them all in the comments.